everybody, and welcome to the Fandom Flux Podcast, episode 115. And the happy holidays and such. Well, it's a little bit late. This will come out on Saturday, which is Boxing Day, so the holidays already happened. But still, you get the sentiment. Fuck it. I'm Casey, and with me we have Slicer.
Hey, guys.
And Zero.
Hello, everybody. I'm here after a long time of not being here, and I'm probably not going to be on next week either.
God damn it, Zero.
Because I'll get to what I'm doing in my what I'm doing section of what I'm doing.
Okay. So first of two topics is, as always, what have we been doing? It's going to be a short episode this week because fuck it, Christmas and such. So what have we been doing? Slicer, you go first. You'll speak quicker.
It hasn't felt like it's been more than a day since the last episode, so I haven't really done much of anything. But me and a friend of mine went to a video game store, a very large video game store that sells a lot of old games, and I picked up a number of titles because nostalgia, and they were like $2 each, so that was fantastic. I wanted to find Blinks, the Time Cat for Xbox, because I have fond memories of that game for some reason, so I want to play it again. But all I could find,
is good.
Yeah, I remember nothing concrete, but I wanted to try it again. But all I could find is the second one, so I'm gonna be trying that.
In fairness, I have similar fond memories of Whiplash, which was a game from around the same time. I think you were two lab animals that were chained together, and one of them was a big animal and the other one was like a rabbit or something, and you would use the chain to whip the rabbit at people.
That seems like that would be a lot of fun with ragdoll mechanics.
What?
It was before ragdoll mechanics, or before they were that prevalent. Yeah, it was fun. I have fond memories of that, like you said with Blinks, so I can't fault you for it. Anyway, sorry, you were saying?
Yeah, I didn't expect that. Yeah, that's a weird game. Anyway, I also picked up Time Splitters Future Perfect because I am in love with the Time Splitters series. It's great. Let's see what else. Both siphon filters, or the first two siphon filters for the PlayStation.
I remember cheating my way to the end of that game.
How?
It's like early PlayStation games. You could cheat on those.
Huh. Oh, right. Codes and stuff. Those are something I haven't thought about.
Those were things that existed.
Yeah, I hadn't even remembered. Yeah. Wow. I am really... I can't even say far behind the times. It's like ahead of the times. What the hell? That's a weird sentiment.
That's called nostalgia. It's also called getting old.
No. I'm getting old at 23.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. I also picked up Twisted Metal because my entire family has been longtime fans of the series, actually. It's weird. We picked up, I think, the second one, and it was one of the... We never really had very many games because 4. So we just kind of fell in love with whatever games we had that we really liked. Yeah, that was one of them. It's good. I think there was one other one. Let's see. No, I think that was it. Yep, that was it. So yeah, decent haul of games. That was like $40. So 5 or 6 games. Yeah.
Fair play.
And so I've been playing Time Splitters. I'm actually like already 25% of the way through the game, and I was only playing for like 3 hours. It's not a very long game. I did not remember it.
25% of the way through the game. Yeah, you've done some of the missions, but bear in mind there's all the sub objectives, like you have to do this, and this to get different things on the level to unlock things, and then there's all the challenges that you have to do and things.
You are unfortunately thinking of Time Splitters 2. This is Time Splitters
Oh.
3. It has
3
much
didn't
less
have those?
content. It has
Oh,
it, but it's its own separate challenge mode and arcade mode, and both are very fun. But they're much fewer in quantity than the Time Splitters 2 objectives and challenges and stuff like that.
That's really depressing.
A little bit, but they are very fun. I always enjoyed Assault.
I like the zombie mode.
That's
Not the
always
zombie,
been a favorite.
Infection.
Yeah.
Infection is a good one. Yeah. Remember, I think it was Infection playing as the monkey because the monkey could move faster than everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was always ways to cheese everything.
Yeah. I miss those games. So I can. What was the name of the company that made them? Was it Free Radical?
It might be.
I'm looking it up. But I know someone who used to do. He was a tester for them. He was in QA. Like a year before they were shut down. Free Radical. Yeah, it was Free Radical. Yeah, because they were based near where he lived, so he just basically got a testing job there, and he worked there for I think 6 to 8 months before they closed.
A decent run.
All right.
He hated it, but anyone that does testing will say they hate it because it's a terrible job.
Yeah. Right. I got a job. Yeah.
Oh.
I'm still waiting for like the let's see, background check and drug test. I gotta wait to get an email to tell me where to go for that and stuff like that. But at the moment,
that's
I
for
am
the
a
seasonal
provisional.
work.
Yeah, well, sort of. They theorized that I won't be working until like the second week of January, which is when I would have to go back for classes, which sucks. But the hours they gave me seem like they'll work with my class schedule, so I might be keeping the job longer than a week, which would be nice.
Okay, so you're basically going to stop working for the university then?
No,
college, whatever.
I think I can do both because I don't really work very much on campus. It's only 10 hours.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Hey Zero, you remember how we had a Dark Souls Let's Play on the channel? Those were good times, right?
Yeah, I don't know if that's unfortunate. Thankfully, we're like almost done. We've got like 2 episodes left.
Wait,
I can say with confidence at the very least.
Let's not overstate it.
I can say with confidence at the very least that I always finish every Let's Play I start.
I can probably finish it. I mean, I got a few weeks left. We'll find someday.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I get a lot of days off over the next couple weeks, so New Year's and everything, and Christmas.
Yeah, so for you 20 people that like the Dark Souls Let's Play,
fuck you, Zero.
I'm just playing.
It's the nature of Let's Plays, though. Not everyone's gonna like everything. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna like everything, and we're a small channel, and it's a game that most people have already done Let's Plays for. So, whatever. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
All right. So,
I'm a little mad that we haven't done the XCOM thing yet. But,
well, we can do that today after the podcast if you really want.
We could. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. We should probably do that.
Yeah. So don't be so butthurt.
Like Papyrus. Anything else, Isa? Or is that it? You got a job, is where you are at.
Yeah, no, I'm at the moment, a provisional Dollar General employee. So, yeah. Awesome.
Yay! You work in retail.
Yeah. Thankfully, I do see the value in the retail work.
It is much better than working in fast food, so
it is
happy.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Zero, for giving us perspective.
Yeah, that's okay. Good point.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to working at retail, Slicer.
I would also have retail experience, which would make future retail jobs much easier to get.
In theory, but yes.
And trust me, that's like one of the first questions they ask on any kind of interview. On the
It
call
is.
to give you the interview. So,
Mm.
yeah. I would instantly be looked at more favorably than I would without.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's been essentially the past 4 days for me. Or 5 or whatever.
Okay. I'll go next because Zero's going to take a while.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So, you might remember from last week's episode, I mentioned Richard EB,
Oh yeah,
who did a bunch of Undertale metal covers for pretty much all of the boss fights in the game.
I've been following him since the very beginning of that whole series.
I followed him since the 11th one, which means I was there for when he uploaded Your Best Nightmare, which is the shittiest one in my opinion, but, you know, not a lot to work with.
Yeah, but the finale at the end of it is really nice.
It is, but it's also fucking, you know, horrible, grungy metal crap.
The finale
And
part.
then-
The finale part is like the relief.
It is. Yeah, it's horrible, grubby, horrible metal interspersed with bits of twinkly chiptune music, neither of which sound particularly good. But in fairness, they didn't sound particularly good in the original
In
version.
the original game, it wasn't meant to sound good. It was meant to sound
No.
kind of horrifying and disgusting because that's what
Yeah,
you're
so
fighting.
turning it into a song didn't help it be not disgusting
Yeah.
at all. But yeah, so I was there for that, and then I was there for his announcement that he is doing a collaborative album, officially sanctioned by Toby Fox, the creator of
Yeah,
Undertale.
so it's official merch.
Yeah, so it's a double album. His 12 metal covers of the boss fights and things like that. I think one of
Yeah,
them
and
was a
then
boss
12
fight. It was the
songs
double.
from another group that do like chiptuning music, and they actually have some.
No, I think it's just one guy, but yes.
Yeah, well, it's like there were multiple people involved with the other.
There's some collaborators, yeah.
Yeah.
That there's always featured credits on it, but yes. This other guy, Ace Winters, I think it is.
Yeah.
And he does more chiptune electronica stuff, and he does all of the overworld stuff. So, like all of the airy music and such things, and he also does the ending theme, which is one of my favorite songs on the original soundtrack.
Yeah.
I haven't actually listened to it on the
It's
album
actually really good.
Yeah. Also, he did the fucking Temmie Village song, which is
It.
a thing.
So Casey sent me a message saying, "Hey, look at this. I think you might be interested in this." I'm like, "I already bought it."
Yeah.
I already saw it. I already bought it.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good stuff, and people should check it out. Even if you're not a fan of the game, the soundtrack is to die for. Anyone that's played it will tell you that.
It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
And this is basically the soundtrack turned into actual songs rather than
Yeah, it's remixed, so it's out of the style of the game and more into like actual songs with
style.
actual instruments.
Yeah.
Because Toby did it
So-
with sound fonts, so
mostly with
mostly with
sound
sound fonts, not everything.
fonts. Yeah. I mean, there is the self-titled theme of the game,
Yeah.
which is done with a very, very obvious real guitar.
Mm-hmm. It's nice that a lot of the sound fonts can correspond very easily with instruments. So when you see some covers, you're like, oh, so that's what it would actually sound like if it wasn't sound font.
Mm.
Like the Ghost
Also,
Fight,
there's
there's a jazz cover of the Ghost Fight song that is phenomenal because it's like that's exactly what it was meant to be like.
Yeah. What's your favorite one of those covers, Zero?
I don't know. Like I haven't I've listened to them. I love I really like the Exception one with the Metal Crusher cover because that features Tsuko and it has the kazoo in it.
The fucking kazoo.
I love that because I've been subscribed to Tsuko G since like his first or second video. But Catharsis, whichever one that was, I don't
Yeah,
know.
Catharsis
I
was
think that
the
was
Save the
the
World
Save the
cover.
World one. Yeah, that one was good. I really liked that one. Um,
I really did like the Metal Crusher one too,
and the
but
song, and they did,
mostly because of the video.
yeah, yeah, and the song
So it
that,
does the fade out and the fade back in, and he's just putting the kazoo to his mouth.
and then the song that might play when you fight Sans cover is really nice too.
I haven't heard that one yet. That'd be on the B side of the album,
Yeah,
the chiptune stuff.
it's not chiptune.
Well, you know what I mean. The electronica stuff.
I know, but that song is chiptune is what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, that's just what I'm going to end up calling it because that's the only thing I heard from that guy was the chiptuney bits from.
Yeah, I
not-
was working the other day. I
that's
had
not-
this song, I had this album playing in like one earbud, and all the songs are pretty good.
My favorite probably. I really like the Death by Glamour cover.
Yeah.
That's really good. The accompanying video is also really fucking funny.
Desperation is also good because that's a cover of Battle with a True Hero from the Genocide run, which
I wasn't a fan of that one, but I'm not a fan of that song particularly either.
yeah. Have you seen the Genocide run in full yet?
No.
Okay, so then
I'm not doing that until I actually
Yeah, he's been avoiding it.
play it.
Yeah.
He wants it personal.
Yeah. Once it's done, like you'll like that song a lot more because of what it works with visually.
I'd probably say the most impressive one is probably Dummy.
Yeah.
Because that is very clearly supposed to be more a jazz song, and he's quite competently put it together as a metal song. So credit to him for that. Good stuff. Like I say, it's a very good album, so people should at least check it out. Whether they buy it or not, it's up to you, but it's worth a look.
Yeah.
More than anything.
It's like $15 for 24 songs. Or actually, if you get the full album, I ended up with 31 songs. I don't.
What are the extra 7 songs? Because I can't find that out.
I got a Exception with kazoo only as a bonus track.
Oh, God.
And then Exception as guitar only. I got Fallen Down, a cover of that one.
Okay.
Song that might play when you fight Sans. 2 different versions of Dog Song. And
yes!
And then Wrath and Cowardice with no dogs at the end.
Okay, I'm okay with 6 of those songs. Fucking kazoo version?
Yeah. Just only kazoo. And I'm like, yeah, that's my jam.
Yeah, of course it is, Zero. I'm not in the slightest bit surprised. I don't know why I thought I would be.
Kazoo covers are really good when Tsuko does them.
I know, right?
Like he's really good with the kazoo because he's like really good at singing and everything, so he can just do all the notes with the kazoo that you can possibly do. He also did a One Punch Man cover, which was phenomenal.
Okay.
And that wasn't even kazoo; that was just him with a guitar and singing.
Fair enough. I might actually have to look at his channel at some point then. What was the other? Oh yeah, and I reinstalled Dragon Age Inquisition and have been playing that. I kept forgetting to mention it.
Yeah.
That I'd reinstalled it, and I plan on finishing this time. I bought all the DLC and everything, so I'm going to do a complete run of the goddamn game.
You're invested
finished
now. Like
I
literally.
have no motivation whatsoever to finish all the DLC for that, or even start the DLC for that.
You should probably do Trespasser because that's supposed to be important.
Like I beat
Or
the
something.
game and everything. I'm like, it's fine. I don't really feel the need to do the DLC for that game.
Trespasser is basically after the end of the game. It's what happens after the Inquisition isn't needed anymore.
Okay, that might be interesting. I might have to look at that, but
Yeah. The Iron Bull thing in particular can be really heartbreaking if you do a certain thing in that game. Anyway, yeah, so I reinstalled that, installed a few mods for it. Not gonna lie, I installed the nude mod.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Slice is just like, that's obvious.
Yeah.
That's step
Funny
one.
thing.
Well,
Funny,
okay, step
funny
two.
thing about the nude mod for that game. One, there are no genitals because they're not on the models, and they made it really hard to mod the game. So people basically can't do that anyway. Two, I'm playing a dude. This is important. Bear that in mind. Three, the nude model basically replaces the default clothing option that you have in Skyhold and Haven.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that just sunk in. Okay.
So it was kind of funny the first time you wake up in Haven and you just sort of wake up and there's that little elf girl servant who's like, oh my god, oh. And then there's just me getting up completely nude.
Dude, why would you ever change into anything else?
And funny thing, I'm pretty sure my character is basically a nudist.
Yeah.
Because even if I put armor on, like to wear around the base, Haven, Skyhold, whatever, when you go into the map room, the war room,
it all comes up.
You don't wear the armor in there. You will wear the default clothing.
Oh.
So basically, my character walks in proud as can be, hands on his hips, in the buff.
Well, it's like,
all right, let's get down to business.
You know
people.
those pointers you use to point at like where you go on the map. You don't need one of those anymore. You're just like aim. You know, it works a lot easier for organizing troops. Hands free.
He's really excited about mission details. Okay.
And if people look at you oddly, you say, "Hey, who's the Inquisitor here? Who is the person chosen by God to lead you people?" And they're just like, you. That's right. Mm-hmm. And God gave me this body with this fantastic chest.
It is pretty fantastic. I'll give it credit. I am like sculpted from marble.
You know, show it if you got it.
Yeah, so that's fun. It brings some brightness to that game that was really needed. So yeah. So in this run of the game, I am 16 hours in and still haven't finished the first area.
You need to fight a dragon alone and naked.
I need to not do that.
Once you get to a ridiculously high level and you get a ridiculously powerful weapon, just go naked against a single low level dragon.
Or just save the one in the hinterlands and just go back.
What?
Would you ever be powerful enough to do that? I thought dragons were kind of a big deal in that game.
Yes, they are.
Freaking.
There's one you can supposedly fight at around level 12, and you'll get to around level 25.
I got later on into the game, and I got a really, really powerful axe that I had created and modded and done all sorts of crap to. So I could probably have done that at least to a level 20 dragon or something. Not too big of a deal dragon, but I could have probably, I don't know, maybe done it.
Yeah, I did install a mod to increase the drop rate for pretty much everything.
Oh no!
Because the drop rate for the game is so shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically the crafting setting. So you get a bunch of crafting materials. I am swimming in lamb's wool and things.
Is there a limit to how much you can carry?
I don't think so. No.
That's perfect.
Yeah, so that's good stuff. Having fun with it to an extent. Yeah.
Just walk into your war room. Hey, ladies. Somebody's got.
Liliana's not romanceable in this one.
Yeah.
Liliana.
Redhead. And she's in this is the hottest version of her too.
It really isn't. How is this the hottest? The one where she's basically covered head to toe. She's practically in a burqa.
No, but her she's very like well designed in terms of her facial features and how well she looks.
Hmm.
You know, just graphically,
Yeah.
she's so much better.
Yeah, she had a very chubby face for some reason in the first game. Not entirely sure why that was.
Doughy.
I'll find an image of it.
But like the graphics really did do her justice. They prettied her up in every game she appeared in.
Mm.
It reached the point where it's like, okay, she's super super pretty, and it's just
I'm just finding a lot of images from here we go. From the fucking CGI trailer where she was a lot hotter, mostly because it was in full CGI mode rather than in engine. There we go.
Full CGI mode. Yeah. But her Inquisition face is better, I think.
Yeah.
It's a lot better, actually. Her Inquisition face.
Yeah.
It looks decent.
I
have no reference what the other models look like, though, so...
In Inquisition, she looks good for, like, 38, 39, whatever she is.
Yeah. But it's like you have that face, right? And you have, like, you know, just graphically, that's not a good picture. But...
here's one.
Oh. You got it?
Yep.
That's the one I said doesn't look good.
Yeah, it's alright. It's basically representative of what she looks like.
Yeah. You can see there's some significant differences to her design as well.
A lot sharper features.
Yeah. They even narrowed her eyebrows down a lot. So, yeah. Spread out her face a little bit so it doesn't look like as smushed together, I guess.
Yeah. Redhead sings. Very open as far as sexuality goes. Yeah, it's basically a character that pushes all my buttons. So
and an assassin as well.
That's not so much a thing I would go for ordinarily, but you know, I can work with that.
Assassin's Creed was good, right?
Yeah, but it was filled with dudes, so that's not exactly representative.
Yeah.
I mean, what's her name? I forgot what her name was. The one that cross-dresses in 4.
I don't remember her name. Gosh darn it.
Kid, that was it. Something Kid.
All right.
Yeah, she was cool.
Okay. So, anything else you've been doing?
Pretty much not. I mean, it's like the run-up to like Boxing Day, the January sale at work. So we've got to do all the sort out for how we're gonna advertise and arrange the shop so it's all fancy and such. At the same time that the shop in another city is closing. So we are basically getting handed all of their stock at once.
Oh.
Their shop was much bigger than ours.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, in the small space we have for scooters and wheelchairs, where we would usually put 4 scooters and 4 wheelchairs, we have to find space for 12 scooters and 8 wheelchairs.
Stack on top of each other.
That's not how that works, but thank you for the suggestion.
Lay them all on their side, and then stack them. There you go.
Fuck it, throw them in a pile. See what happens.
Hang some from the ceiling.
You realize scooters weigh, like, you know, half a ton? Somewhere around that?
Yeah? Is your ceiling not manly enough?
No.
I
can say this without reservation. No.
Okay, what is a scooter in British? Because I'm thinking of like an L-shaped metal thing that weighs like 5 pounds.
He's
No, a
talking
mobility scooter.
He's talking about the big electronic ones that people go.
Okay.
Yeah, the rideable scooters.
You know, when you're either old, disabled, or just too fat to walk.
Yeah, they're electronic, well, motorized rather, and they go about 4 miles an hour.
Okay, so dig a hole, right?
God.
And just kind of like, again, layer them. But you can have some like on top, and you can be like, "This is where we keep our secret scooters," and you just like,
Secret
just guide them into the hole, and you're like, "This is the holy grounds of the scooters." You know, get a ramp so that way it's wheelchair accessible too.
Naturally. You know what I found out? Wheelchair ramps are fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, they are.
Like the deployable ones, they're fucking expensive. It's crazy. Like, we're talking hundreds of pounds, which is like $1,000.
In my business law class, it's like, yeah, we can't deny you your job if you're disabled, but we can if the accommodations, and we're required to give you accommodations to allow you to do your job. But if you're disabled and your accommodations would actually hurt our company or put us under because it's too expensive to actually have you work with accommodations, then no, we can totally refuse you, and it's completely illegal.
Mm.
Would cause undue hardship that would be pretty bad, severe hardship. Because it's super expensive.
I can understand why to an extent. I mean, they do have to take the weight of a whole person, and they are basically a giant surface that has to be even and can't really have a break in it, like a support in it or anything like that. So it has to take a lot of weight with almost no support. So the fact that they can do that is kind of crazy to me, and kind of makes the price tag make sense, but it's still fucking expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I looked at the ones that we use in the shop when we're moving furniture around. These fiberglass things, and it turns out they're like £900. So I started taking a bit more care when I was handling those from then on. Once I found that out, yeah.
Don't drop one on your foot.
That's not the concern you have to worry about with those things, because they
I'll
are
be back in a
heavy as fuck. Gone. It's fine. They are heavy as fuck, and if you have it open and you're just sort of trying to close it, neatly so that you can put it away, there is a very, very good chance of trapping your fingers in it. And when I say trapping, I mean you might not be able to get your fingers out again because it's too fucking heavy to move with one hand.
Oh crap, that's not good.
Yeah.
I mean, you will lose your fingernails and your fingers probably.
Yeah. I did trap my finger in it once, but it was only like the fingertip, just like a little bit of skin. So it just broke the skin, and that was about it. That was bloody lucky.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay,
that was. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Sorry. Hoi.
Boy.
Why? My brother needed a heating pad. His back's feeling not so good. So yeah.
Which brother?
Nick.
Oh.
The one you guys haven't met.
No, we've met him.
Oh, yeah?
He did a D&D character, remember?
Oh, right. Yeah, okay.
Which I still need to do the campaign for.
We are all very much aware.
Yeah.
I know. And I will get to it starting January. Because I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I mean that, really.
Okay. Now that I've gone, I actually forgot that Zero hadn't gone yet. So, Zero...
Hold on. I have two things first, real quick.
Okay.
First, I actually forgot Armyman RTS. Old game that I really, really liked. Like the last RTS game I ever really enjoyed.
Oh.
What?
Armyman RTS.
Oh, okay.
For the PlayStation 2. And shit, there was one other thing. I can't remember. Go ahead.
Okay, Zero, go.
All right, so I'm kind of been going through some changes in my life right now. I changed my major recently.
Oh, that's... Huh, okay.
So I'm no longer a business major. I am going to go full on with writing. I want to be an English major.
I hate how you can do that, but I got kicked out of school for doing that.
So
Uh,
I'm taking an introduction to writing fiction class next semester. So
Okay.
hopefully I can learn some things from that I haven't already learned from being an
Doing
amateur
it.
writer and doing it.
If it's anything like my writing class, you're gonna breeze through 90% of the class, and the only things are gonna be like small tips to help you just a little bit.
But at the very least, this will allow me to take a more advanced writing fiction class if there is one.
There's that, yeah.
So I'm just gonna fill that prereq at least. So yeah, I hate business major, and I never want to do it ever again.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I may go into a minor for it because I've already done a lot of the classes.
You may
Yeah,
as
they basically
well.
suggested I do the same thing.
Yeah, but I do want to be an English major, and as for careers out there, there's more writing careers than people initially lead you to believe. And hey, I could always be an English teacher. In which case, I think I'd be a fun English teacher.
Zero's making me sad.
Why? Because you got kicked out?
Because he's basically got the same plan that I had when I was decided, hey, I'll switch fucking courses and do a different one that would actually appeal to me. I'll do that, and then maybe I could be an English teacher in the future. And then, hey, we're not going to fund you anymore. And that was that. So,
Well,
thanks, Zero.
you're welcome.
I now live vicariously through
I'll
you.
live out both our dreams. So major change is one thing. I don't want to work at KFC anymore. So I'm gonna be after Christmas. I'm gonna be applying to multiple other places because I hate my job and I want to work somewhere that's not at KFC.
Okay.
Fair
Commendable.
enough.
And I finally had enough of it. I've been there for 2 years and 9 months. So any place that looks at that on my resume is like, okay, you're committed. It gives me a huge step up when being hired at the very least.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
who's
that's-
counting, though, right? That seemed weirdly specific.
He's got a point.
Yeah. I've been counting.
2 years, 9 months, 2 weeks, 7 days, 6 days, rather.
2 seconds.
19 hours, 3 minutes, and 12 seconds. But I'm not counting.
Yeah.
15 seconds.
Yeah. I also recently, like a couple weeks back, I had to take my dad to the hospital.
That's not good.
Because he had a whole major back spasm, from an old injury that spiked up when he was trying to put the lights for our house. So that was interesting, I guess. We went out and we got like something to eat afterwards. It was all right. We got Carl's Jr.
I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, he turned out. It's not something that they can really fix. It's something that he just kind of has to pain med his way through until it disappears.
Pretty much.
Also, I went and saw Star Wars: The Force Awakens. My dad had the ticket.
Da, 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 etc.
My dad got the tickets 2 weeks in advance, basically. And when we went and we saw it, the Friday it came out, and it's really good. It is actually really good. They avoided all the bad stuff that the prequels did, which is really commendable.
It's almost like having a different writer, director, and creative force behind it is way better for the franchise. Who'd have thought?
Yeah. I liked all the characters. That's one thing I will say. We don't even see any of the old original trilogy characters until like an hour in. So you get time to meet up with these new characters and kind of grow attached to them and be like, okay, I like these characters and I care about what they're going through. And the idea of having one of the characters be a stormtrooper is really interesting.
Oh, he actually is a stormtrooper? He's not just dressed like that?
No, he actually is or was a stormtrooper.
Huh. Interesting.
I guess that confirms that they're not using Django clones anymore.
They throw out
trilogy.
a line mentioning the clones at one point. So it's like, yeah, we're using a different program for these stormtroopers or something. Yeah, I'm trying to keep light on spoilers, but really, like, that's some stuff that you could already figure out from interviews and everything. They dropped some major bombs in that movie, and a lot of it is just set up. But I like the direction they're heading for. And Kylo Ren is a very interesting villain. Like, I don't want to say too much, but he's not a Darth Vader. So he's not that cool, overwhelmingly powerful, person that Darth Vader was. He's got his own story, and he's a more fleshed out villain than pretty much almost all of the ones we've seen so far. So I think everybody should go see that movie if you haven't already, and I'm pretty sure most people have seen it already. But it's really good, and I was really impressed with it. It met all of my standards.
Wow. That's unexpected.
No one will get the fucking joke, Zero.
Yeah.
No one will get that reference.
Yeah.
Is this an Undertale thing?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
I converted Casey to Undertale somehow.
You did, yes.
It's a good game.
It's a very good game.
I can afford it.
It's like $10. I know.
But I would have to put money on a card, and that's a long process because it's a $20 minimum, and then it's driving to the store, and
What?
Also,
Couldn't you just link up the PayPal account that you have to Steam and just do that?
my money isn't in my PayPal account, it's in my bank account, which I guess is also, yeah, it's confusing.
You link up your PayPal account to your bank account and it just goes through.
Yeah, he sends it. When Casey sends in the money, it goes to your PayPal, and then you can send it from your PayPal into your bank account. It stays in
That
your
is
PayPal.
the next thing I will get with the PayPal money.
Okay.
Also, I got and beat Xenoblade Chronicles X. So it's a good game. It really is. The side missions and the gameplay, it's all very solid. Once you get your Skell, your giant robot, it's extremely fun. And once you get the ability to fly, it's like a whole different game.
Zero?
Yeah?
Does it live up to your considerable hype?
I have some problems with the main story. Because...
That's a no.
And the reason why is because you have to understand these developers were creating a new engine for this game, and they put everything on the gameplay, and they put everything on the side missions and on the side quests, which there are tons of. But the main story could have been better, and it could have been longer. They could have done a lot more with the main story. And I said to my friends, and they all jumped at me like, "Oh man, but this is a prequel of sorts. This is like it's all leading up to the next game." And I'm like, still.
Do your friends actually talk like that? No, this is a prequel of sorts.
No.
No?
They're all they'll like one jumped at me in particular and was like, I'm like, well, I didn't really feel much during the final boss, but I was like, I was freaking shaking during the final boss. I'm like,
in fairness, you came to this off of Undertale.
Well, there's that, and also the fact that a lot of the surprises it tries to pull on me. One really got me in particular, but once I realized that there were a lot of story beats that rang similar to the original Xenoblade, I was kind of like, oh, okay, so this isn't too surprising. And it's like, I really want to see where it goes, and I really like the game, but the ending had me... I've seen a lot of complaints about this online. The ending more so is a kind of a teaser for, oh, what about the next game, rather than tying up all the loose ends or really...
I thought it was a prequel of sorts.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the next game be the previous game?
It's not a prequel. It's like it's not a prequel of the original Xenoblade. It takes place thousands of years after, And it's like, it's all leading up to Xenoblade 3. Xenoblade 3 is where I gotta do it.
Oh, it's one of those.
And it's just like, I understand you're making a new engine. I understand that you put a lot of effort into making this humongous 400 square kilometer game with all these thousands of missions and quests and well over 200 hours of gameplay available. And it's fantastic what they did with all the side stuff and everything. And they have some pretty good writing in all the side stuff. I just wish they'd spent, I don't know, a couple days more on the story. Because it's 12 chapters. The story is 12 chapters, and each chapter is actually really short. And then you have to do prerequisites and side quests to get to the next chapter. And I feel like if they added in like 5 more chapters, I would have been content. Because then you would have had, they could have tied everything up, and then, like the original Xenoblade tied everything up in a nice bow. So you got to the point where like, okay, this all makes sense. This is a complete ending. But leaving it on a teaser like that, I'm not a big fan of it, because the game continues after the ending. So you can play after you've beat the game and everything. And for that, like, there's no DLC that would expand upon that has been released. And the game's been out in Japan since April. So it just feels kind of weird and off to me. So I haven't touched the game since I beat it. Still, very fun game, but it suffers from, like, they made it too big and it ended up suffering from the poor story that big games tend to when you make a big open world game.
Mm.
Yeah, it was a lot less focused than the original Xenoblade, because Xenoblade Chronicles was a fantasy story focused game with established characters that you all get to know and care about during the journey, but one of the complaints I had with X was that you had to have basically 2 members in your party for most missions, them being the same 2 members, and then you could throw in a 4th member occasionally. And that really I didn't like that, because I didn't really have much of a chance to hang out with all the characters, because if I play with other characters that aren't the 2 main characters I'm forced to play with for story missions, then those characters are going to be underleveled for story missions, and I won't be able to complete them. So, I didn't like a lot of the ways they went about things. Still a very good game. But
Okay.
story was bad in a lot of ways that I didn't like.
Yeah. Speaking of games, the Steam Winter Sale has started like half an hour ago.
Yeah, cool. I'll check that out.
In fact, I'm going to do Slicer a favor. He's been dropping in and out of this call, so, probably tell him when he's back. Yup. Undertale is 20% off right now.
Oh.
Cool.
Cool beans. Oh, Slicer's back. Did he come back just in time for me to make that declaration?
Yeah, Undertale's 20%
I keep
off.
dropping in and out. I fucking hate Skype, because that's the only reason it's happening. My internet's fine.
Let's see. Also, Bayonetta was announced for Smash Brothers.
Yeah, that's a weird fit. But Samus is there, so no one can really complain.
Yeah. She looks fun and super broken, basically.
I say Samus, I mean Zero Suit Samus.
Yeah.
So.
And they also announced Korn from Fire Emblem Fates, and the whole internet is salty about that. Everybody is so upset. What? It's not K-Roll or Shovel Knight? How can you just add in another Fire Emblem character? That's 6 Fire Emblem characters. That's too much.
I can kind of understand that perspective.
And I'm just like, yeah, but he can turn into a dragon and he has a chainsaw sword. So,
but it's another Fire Emblem character. Come on.
Like
there are so many more options.
They're stacking it too hard a little bit here. Yeah.
Yeah. And the game hasn't even come out to the West, but it's super popular in Japan. So, I do wish they would have done something else. Even I'm feeling like that's too many Fire Emblem characters at this point. And I like Fire Emblem.
So if they wanted to put more Fire Emblem characters, they could have put more Awakening characters in there. I'd have been okay with that. But even then, it'd still feel like pushing it.
I saw one video of this guy. He's like, why don't they just make their own Fire Emblem fighting game and call it Fighter Emblem?
Oh, that sounds good.
And I was like, yeah.
It doesn't, but it does sound... Okay. Elder Scrolls Online is 60% off if anyone wants to jump on that.
No.
Great title.
No. Why does that exist?
Because money, basically.
I hate that. I actually do hate that.
Spelunky, 75% off. Might actually get that.
Let's see. Also, I did put up the Yogg videos.
Yay!
Both of them.
I am Batman, the Punisher.
Yeah. Slicer, you weren't there for that. We recorded the Yogg again. I don't know if he's still on the call.
I've been meaning to watch him.
Basically what happened is I end up getting screwed over both times.
You remember how the first time we played, Zero got caught by a thing in a hedge and it basically ate him for all eternity?
Vaguely.
Yeah, that happened to him in the first turn of the first game we played.
Oh.
Yeah.
It was great because he was panicking about exactly that happening for like all the time before we started playing it, and then immediately.
That's the one thing I didn't want to happen. And I made the same mistake I made the first time because I tried to dodge it when I should have punched it.
You don't dodge, you punch it. You punch it in the face. You punch that fist in the face.
Yeah, but I was scared that if I punched it, it would try to grab me or something. Like, my punch wouldn't do much.
Well, you were shitty and feeble because it was the first turn, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So...
Anything else that you've been doing, Zero?
Other than that, no, I've been playing... I played X. I haven't touched it in the past few days. I finished with finals, so that's a relief.
Yay!
And I made Christmas tree brownies last night with my mom.
Oh, cool.
And our Christmas tree brownies...
Made with real Christmas trees.
Well, they're brownies that are made with... They're really, really nice. And we make them in the shape of Christmas trees, and we put like a green icing on top, and then we put M&Ms for the ornaments. It's a family favorite. So
okay.
Yeah.
Good play.
It's a holiday special, and that was about it.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I just finished my Christmas shopping today. My sister and brother-in-law don't actually listen to this podcast, so I can talk about this as freely as I want. I got them fucking Xbox Live credit because that's what they asked for. I went to a shop to get it rather than buying it online or anything like that. Thing is, the local games retailer, appropriately named, what they have apparently started doing for the past year is if you buy a voucher for that, like a gift voucher, then they will just print out the code on a receipt. So I will basically be giving my sister and brother-in-law receipts for Christmas.
Okay.
Great. People wonder why games are fucking shit. Anyway.
I forgot one last thing to mention.
Go for it.
Because why I'm not going to be on the podcast next week. After Christmas, we are going down to Southern California to visit family. And probably might be the last time I see my grandmother alive. Because she's been in unstable condition and she's in the hospital right now. So I don't know exactly what's going on there. So it's like, yay, Christmas, happiness. And oh, hey, go visit your dying grandmother in the hospital.
Yeah, I know that feel, bro.
So that's where I'm going to be. So, yeah. All right. Moving on.
Depressing.
Yeah, you guys wanted to know.
Thanks for ending with that.
You wanted to know. You wanted to know where I was gonna be next week. That's where I'm gonna be. Is that a valid excuse for you?
I mean, I know it's a thing that it's a thing that you're going to be doing, so it's relevant to the topic. But throw me a bone here, come on. That's not fit. I can't keep going. I can't do it. You know, I talked to Zero earlier this week, or was it last week? I don't fucking know. I talked to him as soon as he'd finished his exams, and he said, "Hey, I just went to see Star Wars," and I basically spent the entire conversation subtly throwing out bone puns.
Yeah,
Really?
Because he changed his avatar to Sans, and I have my avatar as Papyrus right now.
I went through like 5 or 6 before I just couldn't take it anymore and just said, "Fine, you win. I'll stop making bone puns."
Was he not reacting or something?
He didn't.
Or what?
He didn't notice.
I didn't even notice. I had a lot on my mind.
I went through so much effort. It's surprisingly difficult to come up with puns about the same word over and over again.
It is, yeah.
God damn it.
Well, I understand if you have some sort of bone to pick with me.
Yeah, well, if you're going to be too bone idle to even notice when someone's doing something.
I'm sorry for being so boneheaded.
Yeah.
All right, so we need to.
Come on, we're driving these jokes to the bone. Come on.
Are we done now?
Yeah, pretty much. Slicer, what was that anime archive that you look at for fucking randomly?
GoGoAnime.tv, I think.
Oh, GoGo Anime. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Okay.
That's why.
Zero. Pick a letter.
K.
KK. That's a lot of K's. I'm gonna go with. Why the fuck is Kim Possible in here?
It has cartoons on that site too.
Whatever.
Which is another one you'd have to re-roll if it lands on.
I'm gonna say there's about 80 items on this list.
See, I chose K because there's tons of animes that start with K.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll a number for you, Zero.
All right.
Now remember to read the list alphabetically. 42. So it reads left to right.
Oh wait. Okay. I'm just going down K's, right?
Yeah, it's left to right though, is alphabetically. So 42.
On anime. Okay. On the anime list I'm on.
I just went down one half of the list and then down the other half. It doesn't matter how you count it. Whatever.
Okay, whatever. 42.
2, 3, 4, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 42. 42. All right, so Kangaroo no Tanjobi. A baby kangaroo's family and friends trying to save him from a baby kangaroo's family and friends trying to save him from a bad old wolf. Short film from 1940. It's a
movie. That's a film.
The option for films is you can re-roll it if you want because of the time required for it, but you can watch it if you have the time. Unless it's like a cartoon, in which case the spirit of the thing is to get an anime, not a cartoon.
Yeah, let's try it again.
Okay.
Right.
Rolling again. This is clearly more than... I'm going to roll at 100. Because I have no idea how many items on this list, but it looks like it's more than 80. 64.
All right. I hate counting. I hate math.
Yeah. Same here.
As you can tell, I'm more of an English guy, in case you can't tell. All right.
Okay, see, well, it counts. If I fail a math question, I now have a legitimate reason because I failed out of a math course.
You failed.
Well, not out of it, but I failed it. I didn't complete all the work I needed to because I kept failing the last test. I just ran out of time to take it. Retake it.
So
yeah, I have a depressing reason.
Yeah. What does that do for your? I don't know what you're working towards. So for whatever you're working towards.
Unfortunately, I'm still in the process of getting prep classes for math, so I'm essentially throwing money in a bucket and setting it on fire. Because the classes don't actually count for credits. So fun.
It's either Kara no Kyokai, the Garden of Sinners, or Karas. I might have miscounted. But it's either a movie or a Karas, which is a TV series, which is only 6 episodes.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
I think it's Kara no Kyokai,
18, 19,
though.
20.
In which case it would be a movie. And I like Kara no Kyokai. That's technically a Type Moon thing.
30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37.
This is the one
38,
with
39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64.
What is
that's film.
Yeah.
It's a film for a series. So, Kimi no Inumachi Tasogari Ko.
We counted differently, I guess.
Yeah, I counted just straight down.
Yeah, I didn't. I counted side to side.
Do you want me to do that instead?
Let's get. I did that before. Let's get a new number, because I got movies either way.
Tell you what, let's do a letter. New letter.
All right. I choose M.
M. I'm gonna roll. Random number is 31.
Okay, I knew it was gonna happen, but let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What is the number?
31.
15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 31! Alright, I knew it would be this. Or no, I didn't know. Okay, Magipoka.
What the fuck?
4 netherworld princesses have come to the human world: Witch Uma, Vampirus Pachira, Werewolf Liru, and Android Aiko. But they know nothing about human life, and their mistakes make up their daily adventures. Meanwhile, the evil Dr. Keiko wants proof of the supernatural to gain admittance into the scientific elite. What better than one or all of the princesses if her plans didn't have a tendency to go awry? I knew, like, picking M, you're just asking for some sort of magical girl crap.
Basically.
I was like, why not? Let's have fun with this.
Okay.
So yeah, just write like a small summary of what a review basically.
Yeah.
Magipoka.
So Ken is watching Tsukihime. Slicer is, what the fuck were you watching?
Eden of the East.
Whatever that is.
Eden of the East, I've heard of that.
I'm watching Boy Love, and Zero is watching Magical Girls.
Fitting.
Thanks.
I'm kidding.
Okay, that's fucking randomly done. So we still doing that topic that Zero wanted to do? We've actually gone for an hour already.
Yeah, this would be a decent episode. I mean,
yeah.
We could just do recommendations and call it, and you guys can do your XCOM thing?
Yeah, let's do that. I want to put some fucking episodes up, dude. God damn it.
Okay, we have to name somebody Santa. We have to have a Santa Claus.
No.
What?
Okay, we'll call them Father Christmas. How about that?
Zero.
Yeah.
How many Santa jokes do you think I went through as a kid?
Not enough.
Fuck Santa.
You didn't go through
Right.
enough.
I think he did, actually. He's earned it.
All right. Can we make a character that looks like you and then name him Santa?
No, for the exact same reason. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm kidding.
Okay. So recommendations. What do we got?
I went through finals, so I haven't been able to do anything since finals.
Fair play.
I've got this stupidest of shit, but it's weirdly funny, and I was enjoying it while reading it last night. But I was also half asleep, but anyway. It's Itachi, is that a baby? And it is... Harry just, like, teleports to Itachi's location, and then Itachi and all of Akatsuki raises him, and then sends him back. Or, sort of. It's one of those situations where the elemental countries are like a hidden island by Japan. So it's all the same world.
Okay.
Yeah. He murders like 12 other Slytherins in the first year, and Dumbledore just like winks at him. It's like the weirdest shit.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. It's funny in a weirdly terrible kind of way.
Hmm.
I am looking for fanfics of Naruto Christmas stories.
Must you?
I hate you, Zero.
Naruto's Christmas, a Naruto fanfic.
I think that's not. I think they celebrate Life Day instead.
All of these seem. I'm looking for something really. Here's a summary of one. It is Naruto's first Christmas after losing Jiraiya. How will he cope? And how will a certain blue-haired, lavender-eyed Kunoichi help make it a great Christmas for him?
Why would he care that it's the first Christmas without Japan? Christmas is spent with your spouse, so unless Naruto and Jiraiya had a very particular relationship...
Yeah.
Also,
that's honestly not a pairing I've ever seen
because
before.
of a famous campaign with KFC. KFC is heavily associated with Christmas, so in Japan. So during Christmas, they have a special where you can get a bucket that comes with like a pie and everything in the bottom and a special compartment, and it's like basically what you eat in America, according to Japan, during Christmas. It's KFC, pie, and wine.
Is it a cream pie?
Ew.
No,
but I bet all of the lonely guys working the shift at KFC that day turn it into a cream pie.
Okay, here's one. Naruto's Christmas by Emo Barbie. It is a simple one-shot I've been planning to make for Christmas, but never got to finishing it until now. Naruto has never really had a Christmas, always focusing on others instead. Sasuke turns that around this year. Sasunaru.
I wasn't even listening. I was too busy laughing at my own joke.
I don't know why you would do... Okay, so there are fanfics out there that are Christmas themed, and they're just one-shots of, hey, this character in Christmas. Why?
For Harry Potter, it'd be pretty fucking easy to write one. I mean, they already did it in the books. You just write out the chapter and say, hey, Christmas. Done.
Yeah, but why'd you do that for Naruto? I wanted to briefly, like, this was going to be a topic about writing holidays, but I just want to say one thing. If you're writing, if it's in a fictional world in which Christmas does not exist, and if you're writing your own fiction story, not necessarily fan fiction, but you're writing your own fiction story, you can make up your own holidays, and you can have your own Christmas equivalent. I remember when I was playing D&D with my friends, I was talking as a dwarf character, and so I made up the holiday of Forgemas, in which basically you give all the children and everybody weapons, and if they're a bad child, you give them a wooden toy.
That sounds
because
perfect.
it's weak. You just set it on fire.
That sounds great. Actually, it does sound great.
For dwarves, yeah.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense to me. Um, It's a shame Ken's not here because he would be able to inform us whether it is established in the Naruto canon, whether anime or films or the original manga, whether Christmas actually does exist in that setting. We don't actually know.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible.
It might be something in a movie or something. I don't know. But if you do write fan fiction for a series that doesn't have holidays,
Remember, Star Wars has Life Day. Life Day.
yeah.
They sing shitty songs and Wookiees watch porn.
All right, my kind of holiday.
I just hear Chewbacca hollering in the background.
Not even a joke. That was in the Star Wars Christmas special.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you can make up your own fun holidays, I guess, in fiction. Doesn't always have to be Christmas, because Christmas in other worlds doesn't make sense.
I mean, how else would we have gotten Wookiee porn? I mean, be creative, people.
It doesn't make sense. Like, Christmas in Star Wars would make absolutely no sense, because it's a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. There would be no way they'd get any sort of Santa related to anything.
I just
Santa
communed
was
with the
somehow
Force.
real, and he could travel between planets.
Yeah, he would have to have a sleigh starship. It's just like
I just communed with the Force. In 6,000 years on a planet like 6 billion light years away, there will be a dude that will be born, and then trees will happen for some reason, and we will decorate them.
Do you think
presents?
Do you think
a fat man in a red suit?
Do you think Santa's sleigh has a hyperdrive?
We would have to. I mean,
yeah.
I imagine it has to have a hyperdrive and the best inertial dampeners not seen in any sci-fi ever.
It would need to go at ridiculous speed.
You mean ludicrous speed?
No, not ludicrous speed. Ridiculous is one step below it.
Anyway,
you don't go.
My
You
recommendation.
never go ludicrous speed. You go plaid when you go ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed.
There's light speed, ridiculous speed, ludicrous speed, and then plaid.
And jammed.
Strawberry. I hate strawberry. Okay, these are Spaceballs references. I'm not sure what's going to get.
There are a lot of Spaceballs references in the past 30 seconds. Okay, my recommendation. I don't fucking know. I read a bunch of shit recently.
Throw some shit at the wall. See what sticks.
Okay, Fastest Angel Alive. Surprisingly, not a Sonic fic. That's where my mind went first when reading that title, but whatever. It is a Flash and High School DxD crossover.
What?
Okay, so wait. So does one of the members of the High School DxD group get Flash powers?
No. Barry out. The main plot of the Flash in this season is there are breaches between worlds, and Professor Zoom, who has a stupid name but is kind of menacing,
Zoom
has been sending villains through these breaches to try and kill the Flash. Apparently, at some point, for some reason, the Flash decides to go through one of these breaches and ends up in the DxD world for whatever reason.
You know what would have been more, like he ends up in the like normal world, not in hell or anything.
Memory serves, he gets scooped up by the Angels, hence the title.
Yeah, because you got sent to hell, that would be kind of okay. That's how the DxD world could be working easily.
Mm.
So, yeah, ends up getting scooped up by angels, and then what? He becomes an angel.
Yeah. Basically, if memory serves, he was like dying or something, and he would have healed from it fine on his own, but I guess the angels didn't know that, and thus they resurrected him using the Brave Saint system.
Okay, so he's just like...
Yeah. It's another case of, oh, you resurrected me and took away my humanity without my consent. Okay, sure, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
I was barely human anyways.
Yeah, fair play. Yeah, so I guess, I don't know. It's weird. It's an odd idea for someone to come up with, but whatever.
It's like when somebody, like, what was it? Oh yeah, it's like Gurren Jesus. Remember Gurren Jesus? That was good.
No, it's not like that at all.
No, it's a serious story.
It's like Neon Zangetsu when he just says, "Okay, I need to make every Naruto crossover ever in existence."
Oh yeah.
Okay.
He's still working his way
3,000
through
words
that
done.
list.
And you know what?
Not to forget about it forever.
And how many of them are completed? None of them.
How many of them have a second chapter? Maybe 10% of them.
I'm still following him because I'm too lazy to unfollow. So every time he uploads like a new fanfic, I'm like, oh yeah, well that just came out, so yeah, I understand. Oh look, I remember I saw like a long time ago. As soon as BioShock Infinite comes out, here's my BioShock Infinite Naruto fanfic with Naruto X Elizabeth. Like
Naturally, yeah.
Naturally, you know. It just came out.
You could basically sum up all of his Naruto crossovers as, here is my Naruto X whatever crossover. Pairing is Naruto X female protagonist.
And here's Naruto out of
Pretty
character
much.
and in my character.
Yeah. Oh well. He writes some decent stuff sometimes.
Sometimes it's good when he sticks with it.
Hmm.
The problem is he never sticks with it.
Probably because it's not good. It's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that's recommendations. I think we're pretty much done
Yeah.
with the episode.
Yep.
Keep it nice and simple for the
Casey
Christmas
really
episode.
wants to record XCOM.
He really does. So,
I finally remembered what that last thing was. It's actually kind of important for the audience.
okay.
I'm not sure how many people saw, but on the last episode, I mentioned that I got a $5 gift card for Rooster Teeth store, because it's the holidays and they give those out apparently. So if anybody wants it, go ahead and message me to give it back to the fans and all that.
Is there a deadline on it?
Like next year, November, so plenty of time.
Okay. So if anyone wants that, let him know.
First one to message him wins.
Basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
And when someone takes it, Slicer, if you could do me a favor and put a comment on the video to say someone's taking it.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Cool, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 115. If you'd like to get in contact with us, you can do so through the YouTube channel through the comments. Please donate on Patreon if you feel so inclined. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Once again, I'd like to thank everybody for listening to the Fandom Flux Podcast episode 115. Bye now.
Bye.
See you guys.
You know, I used to be really, really good at doing that, spiel at the end. Now it's just starting to sound like Popeye, and I'm not okay with that.
You're out of
That's
practice.
what happens
You haven't
when you
done
do
it very
it too
often.
much.
Yeah.
You-
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.